talk with you about Roddy Piper.
Absolutely.
You know, who was here in that chair 10 days
That's
ago.
right. And I actually watched that appearance, which, like we were talking earlier, is his last, basically, public appearance here on this show.
Roddy Piper, all out of bubblegum soda.
Heidi Fleiss has nothing on me.
Sir, you are the first guest to say that here on the Rich Eisen
I'll
show.
be darned. You just watch what else happens.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
At that time in my life, it was 1988, and I was very rode hard in the professional wrestling circuit. So at the beginning, acting and wrestling couldn't be more opposite. People like to equate them, but one is implosion, the other is explosion. So to make the transition to an actor from a wrestler is really an inconvenience. John Carpenter understood that, and so he worked with me more than he worked with his own crew, which John usually is a crew kind of director, because he had to help me overcome that. So he's a very good director for talent, and I appreciated it. Any similarities between movies, film, and wrestling? No, they're, you know, movie, film on the big screen, 40 feet by 40 feet. You know, if I don't work, does it? Works at Madison Square Garden, 40 feet on 40 feet. You'd have people jumping out of their cars. Clint Eastwood just uses an eye. No comparison at all. Exactly, only comparison, exact opposite. I think the politics on the movie side is much more difficult. There's one basic thread in wrestling that can't be denied. You can have all the politics you want, but most everybody in that dressing room will fight on a dime. It takes a lot of politics out of things. In the movie industry, where I mean, the industry is about drama, you know, about laughing, about crying. When an actor gets mad, this is how he kills me too. Actor and actress gets mad on a set, they go to their trailer, and like the manager, whoever, you know, they're not coming out of their trailer until they're not coming out of their trailer. If I was mad, you couldn't keep me in my trailer. I want to get in my car and go. Now, what do you mean he's not coming out of his trailer? Watch, you know. Yeah, there he is. He's outside his trailer. You know, but you don't have that liberty in Hollywood, which is so ridiculous. I'm a horrible schmoozer. I mean, you've seen me at my best. I got sunglasses and a hat on, you know. To go on the golf course with your boss, and he's like, are you ribbing me, man? Just be the best at what you do, and then love your family, and you keep the personalities out of it. I think you'll have a lot easier time. I hear about people all the time, you know, on weekends, and their boss calls, oh man, I really need you. You know, I go, no. What didn't you understand about no? Oh, gee, I don't know. Sweetheart, could we go log rolling today instead of picnicking? Oh, just 1 minute, Big Jim. Yeah. Are you out of your mind? Not for me.
Did you hear him say here that I won't wrestle Piper? Just like an old hag, right? Let me tell you something about Buddy Rose. I saw Buddy Rose. He made an investment, bought him a chicken ranch deck, bought him 350 chickens and 1 rooster. And the rooster was gay. So what does he know? What does he know about investment, brother?
Promoter came up to me. I was down. I had some kind of stomach flu. I'd been about 17, 18. It was in Texas. The guy's name was Joe Blanchard. And I was throwing up. And Joe kind of shuffled when he walked. And the bathroom, being a wrestler's dressing room, had no door on it. And it was just an old building. And I was throwing up. And he just very slowly and by the by said, hey, if you're going to die, kid, die in the ring. It's good for business. And he meant it. And he shuffled off. And I heard it 3 or 4 other times through my career. The real unfortunate part of that is it's true. that's why I was going to name the book, but Penguin Putnam didn't like that name. They took 60,000 words out of the book. So I took the book away from Penguin Putnam. And they meant it. And when people die in the ring, it gets a tremendous amount of press. I've been stabbed 3 times. The last time I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I was here, and I was outside the arena. It was a civic center, so it was all indoors, but the actual arena had a bit of a part in it. And I was looking at Ivan Koloff, as a guy that I was about to wrestle, and I wanted to see how he wrestled. And I had my trunks on, just my laces undone on my boots, my trunks, and a towel around my neck. And to my right-hand side, there was this man with a buck knife, maybe 20 feet. He kept waving it at me, waving and cursing. There was a bunch of little kids there, and he kept cursing. I thought to myself, well, he doesn't know what he's doing anyway. So I just wrapped the towel around my left arm, and I went, and when I did, he took the knife, he went sideways against his right leg. Oh, he does know what he's doing. So we got into a jousting match, for lack of a better word, I suppose. And I went to pick up a pole, and something was hitting me hard on my right-hand side. And I went to bat it away, and it was just a little girl. And I stopped. First rules of a knife fight, don't take your eyes off the knife. Broke that rule. I stopped, and boom, he got me an inch from the heart. He ran around this little partition into the audience after this happened. And I ran around also to try to find him. And I ran right into a police pistol because they had heard there was something going on. They didn't know what. But then quickly, they started to subdue the fella. Closest I've ever seen somebody being shot, I think, is this. He was a very strong man, and they had him down, and the policeman that had the pistol that I ran into turned, and he had it towards the back of his head. And sometimes it's like slow motion.